Hey, 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 everybody. Welcome to the leadership call this morning. Gonna wait for a couple people to jump on here. Okay, get my watch party started.
Okay, let me get mine.
Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all go ahead and share the feed. Start your watch parties, all that good stuff. Hey, Portia, good morning. I see Regina out there, Martina. Hey, Auntie. So we're so excited to be on here with you all for the Rising Prophet Leadership Call this morning. Yes, yes, yes. We got none other than the queen of the cloud, the ECC 11, top Dr. Kathy Kirkland. Hey, L'Oreal, good morning. Ramona, good morning. Pastor Carl, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, morning, morning. So we're so excited to be on. Dr. Jill asked us to jump on this morning. So I hope everybody's been having an amazing morning, an amazing week, and an amazing season. This has been a very interesting season, but I can say overall it has been amazing. You know, it's Kathy, I can say other than, just looking at Gucci every day. Yeah, I didn't realize how much I like social interaction until it's like you got
yeah. I love my house. I love being here. When I'm here, I take full advantage, but it's like, okay, I can only go in the backyard so many times.
Right. Right.
I was like, I miss my friends. I miss you guys.
Right. I can't wait for us to all reconnect again in a physical setting. I believe it's gonna come soon, but we're all in a good position from an education and skill set standpoint that even in this time of being at home, we're still changing the economies in our home.
Exactly.
That is the powerful thing about what we're doing with I Am Mastery Academy. And so we're going to be on today and just talking about timing, because at the end of the day, timing is never going to be perfect. Not in just this space, but anytime you're looking to do something new or you want to enhance, time is going to always be off. So if you're waiting for the right time, you'll never move.
Exactly.
And so, we wanted to kind of just jump on here and talk to you all. Okay, UK representing. Hey. Oh, the Netherlands is on here, Dr. Kathy.
Oh, good morning from the Netherlands. Myron. I don't want to start calling names. I say it wrong.
I see you. I see you.
But I see you, and Pennsylvania is in the house. Good morning.
Yes. So if y'all can, go ahead and share this feed, start your watch parties, all that good stuff. If you have questions, like we want this to be real interactive. Ask questions, we out here chatting it up. Because at the end of the day, we want to see everybody win, period. Like, honestly, I don't know nobody that want to see people win more than Dr. Kathy.
Yes.
Let me say that because I be telling Dr. Kathy she do too many lives. I'm like, Dr. Kathy, get off, go live. Go do something. But she like the people. So y'all put some hearts in the chat for Dr. Kathy. If y'all appreciate Dr. Kathy and what Dr. Kathy has been doing, and if Dr. Kathy has made a change in your life in any kind of way, I need you to put some hearts in the chat, some ones in the chat, heart up the post, whatever it takes. But shout out to Dr. Kathy. So, okay. So we are live. Okay, and we have more people who've officially jumped on the line, so welcome. And so as I just mentioned, we're just going to be on here just talking about perfect timing and how there's really not a such thing as perfect timing, okay? Right. At the end of the day, there is no such thing as perfect timing, and not just in this space. Now, I will say this, while there's not a such thing as perfect timing, we're in a perfect season, and Dr. Kathy gonna talk about that. We're in a perfect season right now for people who have decided to take that leap and jump and, you know, get into a space where you're learning a skill set that you will have for the rest of your life. I was doing a live yesterday and I told them I'm gonna be 115 still trading. Like literally.
I know that's right.
I trade for the rest of my life because it is something that I can do when I'm at home in the bed, in the tub, soaking and relaxing, on the plane, in the living room, while I'm walking
in the backyard.
Exactly, in your backyard. and this is like a perfect season. So, Dr. Kathy, kind of talk about that a little bit.
What I was saying earlier, and I had told this to somebody else, even though it seems like we're in a bad season, it's a good season. And the reason being is because we have space and opportunity now to do some things that we hadn't had a chance to do before. A lot of millionaires are created in a bad season. A lot of great ideas come from a bad season. We all have a lot of creativity within us. And so while we have this space and opportunity, you know, I've been, you know, most people is like, okay, I done Netflixed it out, I done this and that. So, you know, and somebody had even told me, let's get some board games. You know, you need to buy some board games and, you know, keep your mind occupied. Oh, my board game is the charts. So, you know, I'm getting in the market and I'm going to learn how to perfect this so I can win this game. And so we've been doing really good. And then plus I'm homeschooling my child. I'm in 9th grade again. I've been homeschooling and everything, and part of her math is we get in these charts and we find we do some geometry in it. We find those patterns and things like that. So my sister is on all the way from Dothan, Alabama, Tamika White. Shout out to you. And my sister is just signed up trading. She just recently signed up, so she's doing it as well. And a lot of my family members and cousins. So I've been reaching out to them. You know, we've been talking about certain things, and a lot of, well, it's a bad season because I'm not working right now. I'm not, you know, I can't go in, and you know, this is the first time that I'm really on the right side of money. And the fact that when I started 4 years ago, I didn't have any money. I didn't have a job. You know, the last time this went around. So I looked at that season to make sure I didn't repeat the same mistakes in this season. So this is why it's a good season. So it's time to take the time, learn this skill set, and then you won't ever have to worry about being in a bad season ever again. Now the Bible talks about there's a time and a season for everything. Mm-hmm. God gives you space. I missed the opportunity. I was actually offered, Camille, to learn how to trade foreign currency back in 2006. But it was like $50,000 to learn it over the weekend. And I was like, no, I'm good. You know, I'm doing real estate. I'm good. I don't need that. You know, I put all my money in the rental properties. Mm-hmm. But the properties weren't paid off. And so when the real estate market crashed, my whole world crashed with it. But I missed that season where I could have learned this skill set and I would be further along to where I'm at now. And so this time in 2016, when it came back, I made sure I got in it. So this is why it is a good season. I'm so adamant about it, guys. You know, I went from let me put it like this. Camille, you went to school forever too.
Well, I did, and I'm still paying them loans back.
Okay, so that's a whole nother conversation right there. I tell people it took me 30-some years to go to school to get my PhD. I kept going to school to get a good job. And every time I went to school so I can get a good job, I got the pay raise, but it didn't make me rich. This is the only educational platform to where I actually signed up, enrolled to go to school to learn how to make money work for me. Mm-hmm. And me not go work for it, because I did that and it didn't make me rich and it didn't get me where I needed to be. So when I joined I Am Mastery Academy, it helped me to show me how money actually works for me, and I don't have to work for it. So it was the best investment that I could have ever did. I admonished everybody to do it. For one, it's a God-written skill set. We're in a man-made company with a God-written skill set. Ecclesiastes 11:1. Guys, I went from not knowing how to read the charts. Camille, you remember we were trying to teach you?
Yes. Listen. And I will say this. I want to say this. So yesterday was our 4-year anniversary.
Yeah.
With I Am Master Academy. Dr. Kathy and I started together. And it's just been great to watch each other evolve and grow in this space over the last 4 years, and what Dr. Kathy was just talking about, like when we saw this, we did it because Dr. Jewel was doing it.
Yeah, that's it. It was like we're buying gold. Why are we doing this? We don't need to be buying gold.
Right, but at the end of the day, it was like, she a millionaire.
Yeah.
We want to be millionaires, so we're gonna do it just because she's doing it. Exactly. Sometimes it's about following the leader without even knowing what to do. Figure it out as you go.
Yeah,
you don't have to know everything. And I say this to the person because I hear this a lot. Let me go ask my family what they think. Mm-hmm. Number one, if you can't go ask someone who's never owned a home if you should buy a house, mm-hmm. and what that looks like. So in this space, you can't go ask someone who doesn't have experience or know about this space or know about wealth strategies what you should do. The poverty mindset thinks everything is a scam or is not real. Okay, so they're going to deter you because they don't understand. It's the difference between the rich and poor, and Dr. Jewel say this all the time, is education, right? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, if they're not educated, like that is why they're where they are. So we always have to put ourselves in position to learn something new, right? So just like Dr. Kathy went to get her PhD, I got my master's degree. I pursued that education because I believed that was going to take me to a level in life that I wanted to go to. But at the end of the day, I got a master's degree, but due to lack of experience, my degree allowed me to start at a certain level, but my coworkers were people that didn't even go to school. Yep. They had education, but I made a little bit more than them. But in reality, they made more than me because after I got the job, just because I had the degree, I'm sitting here paying loans back, not really doing what I desire to do for that degree. But they don't have no loans, so they really making more money than me. They're keeping more than I, at the end of the day. And so for the person that's listening and it's like, okay, Forex is a new space. I've never heard of it, or I've heard of it, but I don't know nothing about it. Before I get plugged in, I want to go do my own research and study. Let me ask you a question. When you decided to go to school to be a nurse or a doctor or a teacher, did you decide to go study to be that before you enrolled in school? Or did you enroll in school and trust the instructors that school hired to teach you so that you could become the best doctor or the best nurse or the best teacher or the best lawyer that you could be? Ask yourself that question when you're looking at this space. This is an educational platform. Of course, from the education, a byproduct is that you can see profits, right? Mm-hmm. That is a byproduct. That is not what we are about. We're about education. We are about skill set. We are about helping you change the economy in your homes, right? It doesn't matter who's in office. It don't matter who's not in office. It don't matter about a stimulus check. Listen, I do my own. I make my own stimulus check every week. I got my own stimulus check.
I'm making mine now with S&P 500.
Listen.
It is dropping, okay?
Listen. And so I just want to say, like, even that person that's been watching by the wayside, you may be on a watch party with someone, get with that person. Like, this is opportune time. Like Dr. Kathy said, it may look like a bad season, but in this particular season is a perfect season. It's a great season. And me and Marquita were talking about this the other day. We've been preparing for this for 4 years.
For 4 years. You're right.
We have been preparing.
A recession is coming. The recession is coming. it repeats itself over and over again. And if you look at it, if you go back, 2019 was 90 years from the stock market crash. And then if you take half of that and go back and then turn around and take half of that every 7 years, every time the year ends in 7, we have a down season. And every time a year ends in 0, we have a crash.
And you know what's so crazy? I had the opportunity to listen to Robert Kiyosaki yesterday, right? And he said it was really interesting because this is something I was thinking, but he was just
that. Oh my God.
he was kind of talking about how like the real crash started happening in November of 2019.
Yes.
He said that started happening in 2019, but what's happening right now as a way to keep the market from crashing.
Mm-hmm.
This whole pandemic thing, which I believe is man-made, my personal opinion, has come to stop the movement of the markets to keep a crash from happening. But what happens? Nobody's spending money, but we get these stimulus checks. And what's going to happen when the world opens back up? Everybody about to be spending on everything, and it's going to push it straight back up.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a setup. But here's the thing: a lot of people who don't have the mindset or able to recognize or see what is happening will get scared. Like I have no, like none of this has moved me one way or the other. I'm still over here living my best life in the house with
Good. We ain't missed the meal.
You know.
But like you said, all they're doing, what they were doing at first, you know how when you get ready to margin out, you'll dump more money into your account to keep it from margin out and crashing, but it keeps going down anyway. That's what they were doing at first. And if you go back and study the history, they do this all the time. So, okay, and we're printing out money and we're putting it into the market, but the people don't have money to go and spend on the market. That's why we always say, and Dr. George said a lot, we are a money magnet. Walmart is no good unless I go spend money there. Mm-hmm. We have to go spend money on the economy. Exactly. That's why money works for you. The economy can't move unless you go and, put money in it. The electric company can't be around if we don't put money into it. You're not going to have any lights unless you pay the electric company, which we really don't necessarily need electricity. We got solar panels. Electricity come from the ground. That's a whole nother clean energy class right there.
Right.
But money works for us. And this is why we enrolled in this academy. Like Camille said, we only joined because Dr. Jewel did. And she the millionaire. We following her. And when I first was introduced to this, I was, we were around a bunch of millionaires, multimillionaires, and a billionaire. And then I came back to my circle and they was broke, busted, and disgusted like me. And I was like, hey, we need to do this. And they was like, that's a scam. That's a scam. But then when I realized that it really wasn't a scam, sometimes you have to change. The only difference is you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And it's not working for you. You have to do something different. Mm-hmm. God has given us this opportunity to learn something different so that we could be a part of the wealth transfer, because this is, where he wants us to be. He never really wanted us relying on money or anything like that, even though money answers it all. This skill set, just like, Camille said about going to school to be a nurse. Even when you retire, you don't stop being a nurse because that skill set is there. You go to school to be a doctor. You never forget how to be a doctor because that skill set is there. And what we want to show you how to do is to show you how to make money work for you and you not clock in for it. I did 20 years and my 401k crashed. And it was like reality set in. I didn't have another 20 years. I didn't want to give another 20 years. My husband did 25 years and we were living off a half a check and the market crashed. So, this is why we're giving you this space and opportunity. While you got this space and opportunity, take full advantage of it. Don't just be laying around not doing anything. Get in these charts and study it. We went from not knowing how to read the charts to mastering the charts. I even landed landed a position within the company and in the top 5%, the top 5 educators, learning how to teaching others how to read the charts. It's as simple as a red line crossing the blue line, and created a strategy that will help you as well. So we're here to help. We're here to raise the bar. We're not looking on your plate to see how much you got. Don't make that mistake. We're not. We're making sure that you have more than enough, because Dr. Jewel made sure that she looked on our plate to see if we had enough. And that's what we did. That's what we're doing now. We're paying it forward.
Absolutely. So if you're tuning in on any watch party and you're like, I want to know more, get back with the person that shared this opportunity video with you. It's definitely changing lives around the world. As we mentioned, it's never going to be a perfect time. The key is to just jump and figure it out. Like I know people personally who get in position and then a parent may get sick or this or that, and so they feel like, well, I got to wait till this settles. But at the end of the day, you have to figure out how to keep it moving. We were created to push. Like and one of the things that Dr. Joy has said to me in the past, and this is always where I keep my mindset. Now, I will say there may be lots of Forex traders around. I Am Master Academy, maybe 100, 150,000 of us traders. That's not even a portion of the population of the United States, right? And so one of the things that Dr. Joy has always said, she was just talking about how you could be a pathfinder or you could be a trailblazer. Both of them receive harvest, but the trailblazer receives the greatest of the harvest.
I love
that.
You
have to ask yourself, will you be the trailblazer in your family? Will you be the trailblazer in your community with those people that you come in contact with? And that's what you have to ask yourself on a daily basis, not just with this, but with anything. Because anything that you are presented with, if it's new, fear can actually come in. It's something in your spirit and your heart pulling you towards it, but it's also fear that's trying to keep you from it. And just, knowing the difference and making that shift and jumping, because a lot of times, and you could probably answer this for yourself, it's been a lot of opportunities or things that you've seen that you should have gotten into, not just the opportunity, but just, it could be anything. Right. And you didn't make the move. And then later on, you saw how prosperous things were. And you're like, man, I should have did this when I saw it. But then there are opportunities that you jumped on and you're like, I'm glad I moved when I moved. Listen, I'm glad I moved when I moved on April 2016. Listen. And when we started in this space, Christopher Derrick was our only teacher.
Yes.
For those who are traders, tuning in, and all we had was the harmonic scanner,
and it was broke half the time,
which was a download, by the way.
Yes,
it wasn't even web based, so we had to figure out how to get it on our computer, and we would only see stuff if we kept our computer on. Like, we pushed through all of that. I mean, Kathy, I don't know. I think half of the people wouldn't have pushed through.
No,
and
we pushed.
We pushed.
We didn't know what we was doing.
Here 4 years, it's been solid for it. It ain't been like, man, I'm mad. I lost some money. I quit. It was never no quitting. Never quit, because we knew what was on the other side. And every time that you are at a point of receiving a harvest or seeing a harvest, there's always going to be some resistance. The harvest is on the other side of the resistance. So you have to ask yourself, am I going to push through, or am I going to let the resistance, talking like Forex, you got your support and resistance. You need to break the resistance so you can continue to move. Period. So if you're a resistance breaker, put it down, I'm a resistance breaker.
I know that's right.
I am a resistance breaker. We're going to bounce off that support and break some resistance.
That's right. We're going to break through.
Everybody's going to break through. Everybody is going to see those things you desire to see this year. With so many people around the world feeling like we're at a deficit, this is the opportune time that each and every person under the sound of my voice is going to see massive increase. People are going to be looking at you like, how did you do that? I mean, it's nothing but the Holy Ghost, but he gave this God-given skill set to make it happen.
Look, just like Portia just said, the harvest is on the other side of resistance.
Yes, the harvest is on the other side. And we resistance breakers up in this piece. Listen,
that's right.
We don't quit until you connected to. So if you connected to people that run from resistance, you need to change your circle.
Exactly.
You need to get around some people that's not going to sit there and just let you pull back. And then if you know, and at the same time, if you got people around you that you're trying to thrust forward, but they want to keep pulling back, change your circle too. You need people around you that's going to not only push you, but allow you to push them. It can't be one-sided in none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm grateful for Dr. Jewel or Dr. Kathy or Marquita. They keep me on my toes. Like, even if I feel like, because listen, Dr. Kathy was telling me about ECC 11 before y'all knew about ECC 11.
And I didn't even really know how to explain it. I was, girl, look.
And I was up, right?
When I move, get in.
Right. But it was just so good, you know, even in that space of us learning. That's why it's great to have people around you who think like you, who want to, you know, and even with your closest friends, it doesn't mean y'all do everything together, right? But you have common goals. I mean, I'm just grateful that one of my closest friends, we pretty much like to do all the same stuff. So it's pretty cool, right? But even if we didn't, right? It's still a level of growth there where we even challenge each other in the things that we don't do. That's the same. Still having that person there that's going to continue to push you and support your dreams and your goals. And, you know, like, I'll just say this and I'm done after this. I'll get it. I never dreamed so big.
Come on.
Until I got in this space. Yeah. Because a lot of times we hear do a vision board, do this and do that. But in reality, you don't really know how it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you something. Every dream, I'm like, okay, Forex plan for that. Okay, Forex plan for that. Okay, Forex plan for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that for me is what confirms this, not only that it's in the word, but God gives us the desires of our heart. He teaches us how to prosper. He teaches us how to prosper. He takes pleasure in our prosperity, right?
Yes.
So he's giving us those things and those tools to see ourselves prosper, to see ourselves profit. You know, and then there's actually a scripture, I want to say it's Genesis 26:13 in the NIV or the Message. And it talks about how this man became, I can't remember, he became richer and richer by the day until he became wealthy. Mm-hmm. So this is my question. If money is moving every day, shouldn't you be making money every day? God is not a respecter of person. So if this man is making money and getting richer and richer by the day, shouldn't you be getting richer and richer by the day?
Yeah. And Genesis 22 tells you.
Pastor Angela Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac. Genesis 22 talks about seed time and harvest. In summer, winter, you know, all the seasons, money is still growing. And he gives seed to the sower. Your job is a seed. Take some of that seed money and invest it into the market so that it can continue to grow. And I remember when Marquita, it took Marquita a minute to come out because she said, no, we buying gold, we selling, you know, we buying gold. I'm not doing it.
Ignored us.
Camille and Ashia would literally go to her house just to sit on her couch and trade to get her attention. And she's like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Now look at her. She's the gold queen.
Gold queen. and I will say this about Marquita. Marquita, like when I came into this space, my mindset was, I just want to make some money. I see people making money. I want to make money. I wasn't committed to being a student. Mm-hmm. Marquita was committed to being a student.
Yes.
The moneymaker herself was like, I'm going to learn how this works. Mm-hmm. And that was the difference between me and her. So for the person that's listening and feel like, man, this doesn't work, you got to check your mindset. What was your initial thought process? Or when you came into this space, was it I'm committed to being a student or I'm trying to make some money? Are you trying to learn a skill set or are you trying to gamble?
And when I came in,
I was gambling like a bug.
when I came in, all I wanted to do was pay bills and go to the grocery store. I have to add up how much I'm spending on groceries. That was it. But then revelation kicked in, and it was like, hey, I could really make some money off of this.
Exactly.
You know, and so then I committed to learning the skill set.
Exactly.
So, you know, you guys could, and the thing is, we've made all the mistakes. We can tell you. They tried telling us when we first got in, don't be greedy, don't do this, don't do that. But you know, you learn by mistakes, and this is one of the best opportunities. I will say this. This is all I got to say left. You know, it's $235 or $325 to start, to enroll into this educational platform. Take it from us. Don't let $325 stop you from making $325,000. Now, we're not making any income claims, but this academy shows you how to make money work for you. And we want you to learn how to do it too.
And I will say this too. Whether you do the $235 or the $325 package, if you're sitting there saying to yourself, I want to do it, but I can't yet.
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, and you got to get mad at yourself and ask yourself, if I'm over the age of 25, or if I'm over the age of 35 and I don't have $10 for every year I've been on this earth.
Yeah, that part.
You have to ask yourself, you have to be real with yourself and say something has to change. I have no choice but to get in position, because this is ridiculous if I cannot make a move or push a button because I do not have XYZ. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to throw that out there. So the person that doesn't have the money there to get started, now is the opportune time to find it, because this is something that can truly change your life. And I will say that we find money for anything we want at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you find money for anything you want. So when you get in your mind that I'm committed, I'm willing to be a student, I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to change the economy in your home, and you no excuses, no games, and you ready, get back with the person that shared this opportunity video with you. And I mean, that's all that I got. I mean, it was fun hanging out with you guys out there, Kathy. I don't know if there's anything else you want to share.
All I want to say is make a decision today. One thing about the wealthy, they make decisions very quick. And if they mess up, they go back and they fix it. But we want you to make a decision today. Get back with the person that invited you on, or if you're on their feed, get back with that person and sign up today. Camille and I and Marquita, Dr. Jewel, we're all here for you. Whatever you need, we're all on the same team. When you sign up, we're here. We're going to make sure that you get what you need. We're going to walk you through just like they walked us through, and the rest is up to you. So that's it.
And if you're watching a watch party, get with the person whose watch party you are on. Like, we have a slew of amazing leaders. Like, everybody is squad, period. So get back with the person that you know, and we're excited about your success. At the end of the day, change the economy in your home. We want you to the point where it don't matter who in office, who not in office, what they giving away, what they not giving away, that your house is set. So now is the time to make it happen. We thank y'all for hanging out with us. And Leadership Call, Raise the Bar will be back here tomorrow at the same time. God bless. See you guys.
All right. Bye-bye.